When they're this age, children learn very quickly, so preschool playgroups can get their education off to a flying start.
Yes, I know. It's a very good dog.
It's the same with puppies too, according to Dr. Ian Dunbar. In the room next door at Brockenhurst Village Hall, he's running a playgroup of his own, because he believes that when it comes to training dogs, it pays to catch them young. Around 4 months is the ideal age.
Hello, everybody. My name's Ian Dunbar. Today we're going to do a little bit of training. What we're actually doing at the moment is, I think, the most important training exercise you will ever do, which is sitting with your dogs, sitting quietly.
Ian Dunbar is a qualified vet and a doctor of animal behaviour. Although he was born in England, he now lives and works in California. But when he does visit home, he's always ready to demonstrate his unique approach to dog training.
We're going to let the dogs off to play. That's the second most important training exercise that they will do. That's where they will learn to be dogs. They will learn to like to play, so they would much rather play with dogs than fight with them or be scared of them.
When it comes to the obedience exercises, Ian works the dogs off the lead.
Woo, woo. Oh, he's a good dog. Okay.
Now, dogs are doing things that dogs have to learn how to do. They've been pretty much isolated for a few months, and now they're learning how to sniff up high on a Great Dane and how to sniff down low on a Jack Russell, and the important doggy things that we have to learn. And what we're looking for
By using a system of praise and reward, he shows pet owners how to turn their unruly pups into well-mannered dogs. He calls it the Sirius method, after a particular beagle of that name.
He was probably the nastiest beagle I've ever known, very, very aggressive. And all we did was we changed living arrangements. We moved him from his litter, where he grew up with his female litter mates, so he sort of dumped on them every day, and he had this inflated view of his ego, if you like, and we put him in a large area with 24 dogs, most of them older than him. And within one day, he had an utterly different personality. He wasn't pushy, he kept a low profile. And it really amazed me that the temperament was that malleable and easy to change. And so I wanted to do something like that for pet owners, and I thought of doing puppy training, because at that time you couldn't train a dog until it was 6 months old, which is kind of like saying, let's put our kids in a box and lock them up till they're 20, and then try and educate them.
All right.
Okay, what I would like to do, we're going to do a quick little recall exercise. Right, we'll start with this guy. Now what I want you to do is go up over the other side there and just call your dog. Oh, do we have a collar that comes off here? Oh dear, I know, it's real complicated. Here we go, call your doggy. Go on, clap your hands. Keep. Good, big hug when you get there. That's it, and hold on, I'm coming over to you. Now run back to your place, do the same again. And we need a lot more energy. Look around you. See the puppies in this room? It's no good standing there saying, chance. The dog will die of boredom. Here we go, call it, clap your hands. Jump up and down, come on. Good, get hold of your dog. Get hold of your dog, that's why you call it. Okay, there we go, back on leash again. Now let's do it with the moose here. You do the same up the other end. I think you bought a collar for an adult dog, didn't you? It's about 10 yards long. Here we go, a little this way, and call. Duh. Good, all right. Now, it's very important that every step Alex comes towards you, you tell him good dog, because he may suddenly decide that he's going to visit another dog rather than you. Run back to your place, call Alex again. That's better. Now get excited about it. Good boy, come on. Say, yoo-hoo, Alex, all right, you big slug, you crossed the floor. Didn't make me look an idiot. I think people are mystified. I mean, my classic example was my kid's teacher, and she came to class, and when I started, I say, any questions? And she said, yes. How can I stop the dog from walking between the dinner plates when we eat? And there's a very intelligent person who is very good at training children, but because it's a dog, their brain just goes, duh. And it's kind of, I guess if I'm working on a computer trying to install a program, I just can't do it. I look at myself as being fairly intelligent, but it's a computer, it frightens me, I can't do it. And a lot of people are that way with dogs. It's so easy. If they just change the word dog to husband or child, they've got the solution right there. Okay, now you find with little puppies that you cannot just get up and slowly walk away from them like I'm crossing the room. They'll just fall asleep, look to their left and find the most interesting thing next to them. You've got to say, right, I'm leaving you now. Okay, 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 here we go, here we go. And you call them, good dog, good dog, and then grab them, give them a big hug and a kiss. Got to keep moving. Hear that, Mum? Yes. All right, good. Here we go. Off you go, quickly. Come on, move. Come on, call Dimity. Woohoo! Oh, well, we nearly got there. Bye, Dimity. Okay. Do you remember this person? You came with her. Okay, back across the room again. Come on. Good. Praise that dog. All right. Okay, now, could you get Dimity, please? Anyone seen her? Never mind. I think you'll get your dog back. Let's try it with Tag. Off we go.
Tag.
Wait till I get my fingers out. Okay.
Tag.
All right.
Dimmy.
And call. Hey, Tag, you worm. Woo, woo. Come on. Good dog. All right. And back across the room again. Wait, a good dog. Go on. Go on. Okay, and put Tag on leash and relax. Oh, here's Dimity. Have a nice walk. Okay, there we go. Back on leash. So what we're going to do is we're now going to repeat that with the same dogs very quickly, but we're going to use a treat. Okay? I'm going to give you a little treat, and I first want you to show the dog we've got a treat. And then when I say go, you're going to run across there, call your dog. When it comes, you show it the treat, take its collar, say, gotcha, give it the treat. So what the dog learns then is, wow, I love it when they take hold of my collar. Okay? Rather than it being bad news, it's really good news. All right? We'll start off with this guy again. And here's your treat. And you don't give it to your dog yet, so I've got this all undone. Okay. This is a very big collar for a very little dog. Come and show the treat to the dog. It's no good you going over there if the dog doesn't know you got it. Now run quickly and call. Call. And take the collar, then give the treat. Very good. All right. Back the other side. That's it. And run. And call Chance. Go on. Good dog. Very nice. And put Chance back on leash again. Now, you'd be very smart if you were doing this at home in the living room, or you go to a park that's fenced, you take a bag of treats. Because all too often when we call a dog, we say, come here, it's bad news. You think about it. The dog's playing in the park and you say, come here, click. We've got to go home. So what the dog will learn is, I love running up to the owner, but I'm going to watch them when they say the word come here. All righty, let's do Dimity again, all right? Give you a second chance. Here we go. 2 really good treats. You'll need them for Dimity, I'll tell you.
I think
Let me
I shall.
see if we get this
Dimmy,
guy.
just smell them before Mummy goes. Come on, Dimmy.
Off you go. Call her.
Dimmy, come along. Come on, Dimmy.
Good dog. All right. Take hold of it. Woo! Hey.
Doggy, we've got another treat.
All right.
for
Could
when
have
you
slid
get
out
back
the window
again.
at that speed. Here we go and call.
Dimmy, come on. Come along, treaties. Come on, treaties. Ooh.
Good. Hey, top of the class, from the bottom of the class to the top of the class, and just one recall. That we're going to use the food as a lure. Kind of like the same way we used it in the recall, but here we're going to use it to get this guy to stand up, and then if we lift it up here, his little butt will go down on the ground, and he sits. I take the collar, give the food. Okay? So again, to stand and to sit. We'll try even maybe get him to lie down. Basically, every way you take the food, the dog will want to follow. So you can get the dog to come to you by just moving away with the food. You can get the dog to follow you by holding the food in your left hand and walking away. You can also manipulate the dog's body position with the food by lifting your hand up and over its nose and then moving it backwards towards its eyes. You get the dog's head to lift up, and it gets to a point where it can't lift up its head any farther without putting its butt on the ground. And so we can train the dog to sit without touching it. If you let owners touch their dog in training, they will abuse it. They're going to be pushing that dog around, and it's unpleasant. Get them to sit and to lie down, to stand. Now, Dimity's doing very well. Let's get Dimity to lie down. Get it to lie down. Lift your hand up if you want Dimity to sit. Sit. Don't push the butt down. And down. See? It does it perfectly well without forcing it in position. Sit. And then down.
Down, Dimity.
So the dog sat and lay down and sat and lay down. I didn't have to push it. You don't have to squash the dog. You'll have a pancake by the time you're finished. Looks like a sausage now. What the dog, in fact, learns if you say sit and push it on the butt, it learns that when they push me on the butt, I have to sit down. That's fine if you can touch the dog. But if your dog is just 2 yards from you, you can't get it to sit. And that is the most common problem in the recall. The dog will come all but the last 2 yards. It has been taught by the owner, watch out when the owner reaches for you. It's bad news now. You're going to be put on leash and taken home. When we're talking to a dog, we must remember they don't speak our language. And we have to talk to them like they're a foreigner. You know, when you talk to foreigners, you say things like, would you like a cup of tea? Yes or no? That's how we have to talk to the dog. When they get it right, say, good dog. Don't keep it a secret, or else the dog will never learn. Okay, let's bring Sadie out here, because we were like a wiggly worm there in line, right? Come on, Sadie. It's much easier if we're standing up to get a guy to sit. And sit. Good dog. And I'm helping her out. I'm not going to give her the food there, because she got up before I got it in her mouth. And if I gave her the food, I'd be giving her the food for acting like a banana, right? Let's try it again. Sadie, sit. Sit. Good dog. There's a good dog. Okay, back to your mum. Well, come on, don't do some ice skating. There we go. Now what I want to do is to put these two things together. All righty? You start with you. Give you one little treat. And wait till I get your doggy off leash. All right, show the dog you got a treat. Across the room. And cool. Hold your hand. Now say sit. Lift your hand up. Lift your hand up. Good. Okay. I want you to try and keep your hands off the dog until it sits down, so that touching its collar is actually a reward. You're taking the collar and saying, good dog, Chance, and there's a treat. Oh, we haven't had any dogs really screwing up yet, have we? This is bad. All of these are perfect. Got your one neuron ready for this difficult task, mate? Off you go. Good. Hand signal, don't touch, lift your hand up. Oh. And take the collar. Take the collar before you give the food. Always make sure you've got Alex nicely by the collar. That's the whole point of this, right? We're asking him to come so we can get him under control. Right, let's work with Tag, the Jack Russell. We'll have you two guys with the same T-shirts on as Mum here. Out you come. Here's a couple of treats for you. You can stay next to me, and you can go across the other side of the room, okay? Now, I want you to... I'll let Tag go first. And first you call, Tag come, Tag sit, take hold of Tag's collar, give him the food. Then you can say, Tag, go to, and the name of this fellow here, right? All right, cool. Come on, keep calling. There, hand on his nose, lift it up. Take the collar, lower your hand down. That's right. Now say, go to, and stand up, ignore Tag. Help him out, Mum. Good, hand signal, let William do it. Over the back of his head, over his head. Get him to sit, over his head. Did you give him food for that, for not sitting? Okay, now look, now he's sitting. Good dog, Tag. Good dog. Well, I saw you sat, if he won't say good dog. Okay, let me get a dog. I can't talk unless I have a dog in my hands. My brain doesn't work. We should say a little bit about house soiling. Every time it does it in the right place, at the right time, you give the dog a treat. You say, wow, there's a good dog. Okay, for peeing or pooping outside. Just think how the dog must interpret this. You know, I can imagine dogs having a chat through the fence saying, this is incredible. My owner follows me out to the garden, and every time I pee or poop, they give me a treat. It's incredible. Boy, I'm going to save up all my urine and feces when they're at work so I can go out to the garden with them and cash it in for food treats. And that's basically how it works.
And that's the cue for a break. For the owners, a tea break, for the pups, a pee break, and for the rest, a commercial break.
While Nigel's doing a few extra circuits at the gym, I've invited Julia, his girlfriend, back for a spaghetti bolognese. It's a healthy options meal from Birdseye, made to a low-fat recipe with no artificial colours or preservatives.
Oh, I need 40 lateral raises,
bench pressing with 60 kilos and 150 sit-ups. I'm more of a squash man myself. Shut up, Nigel.
Now, you don't have to be health mad to take the healthy option.
They're a grand pair of dogs, them sons of yours. Your mam's got a treat for them later and all. She's bought this new winner lot with the whole grains in it. Looks reet tasty, it does. Well, they've earned it. Don't you worry, lass. You'll always be the best. You'll be getting some as well. Come on.
At Tesco, the number of eggs in this box has gone up. So has the number of pork pies in this pack. The amount of coffee in this jar has gone up too, but the prices haven't. With over 450 extra value products, it's the amount of shopping you take home that goes up, not your bill.
Which 1959 remake has won more Oscars than any other film? Play the Trivial Pursuit Challenge at McDonald's. There are £4 million worth of prizes to be won, from McDonald's food to brand new 2-litre IMG Maestros. Pick up a card from McDonald's, select just one question category and scratch out that question and one answer. And remember, there's a prize for every single correct answer. Play the £4 million Trivial Pursuit Challenge at McDonald's.
When you're ironing, does something remind you of the last time the shirt was worn?
Well, you can tell Mum you've been a great help.
And you can tell her about that shirt.
That's where new Radiant Automatic goes into action. Not only does it tackle all kinds of dirt effectively, it also removes stale odors most detergents leave behind.
Now I know it's clean.
New Radiant removes dirt and odors.
As the class reassembled for an outdoor session, there was a chance to meet some of the star pupils before they went back into training.
No, good.
She is a petite Basset Griffon Vendine, and she's really a French hound. And she comes from the Vendine district of France, and she's not related to the smooth Basset hounds at all, but people who have smooth ones seem to fall for these as well. She's very naughty, and I think I was rather old to venture into such a breed. But still, we have 12.5 acres, and I'm hoping she'll steady down.
Well, we got him to cure a rat problem in the garden, and he's taken over the whole household. We've got 2 other dogs, and he's absolute boss of the whole lot. He has seen a rat, haven't you, Tag? Just passed straight in front of me, and he took not the blindest bit of notice.
What's he like to live with? What sort of things did he get up to?
He chases the cats a lot, as he tries to play with them, and he sometimes knocks them over, and he ruins the garden.
But ruining gardens is just not on as far as Dr. Dunbar's concerned. A dog has to learn to toe the line any time, any place, anywhere.
Well done, Jody. A very, very important thing to remember about training is you must train in lots of different places. That's why we're out here in this nice garden. That if you just train a dog in your kitchen, what you're going to end up with is a dog that's good in the kitchen. When you say sit at 6 p.m. with a food bowl in your hand, the dog sits. When you get out to the park and you say sit, the dog goes and you don't see it again. Okay, everybody, we're going to let the dogs off to have a little play. Then while the dogs are playing, we're going to try and call them back to us. If they come back, I just want you to say, where's a good dog? Give them a treat, go play again. I want the dogs to learn that come here is a nice word. It means come and check in on the owner for a hug and a treat, then you can continue the play session. All right? So just stand up and sort of come and stand behind me. That gets them all sort of organized. In fact, you can jump on the ground and pretend you're a dog or something, and then they get... Come on, pups.
Come on, mate.
Where's a good dog? Okay, let's call Alex, please. Call Alex. That's it. You got him. Run away from him now. Run away. Get food on his nose. Good. You've got it. That's right. Give him the food. Tell him go play. Excellent. A trained dog can be allowed a lot more freedom Trained dogs certainly live a lot longer. It's a very sad statistic in the United States, but less than 50% of dogs even reach their first birthday. You know, they've been surrendered to the Humane Society. Why? Oh, because they urinate on the furniture, they chew this, they bark, they run away. If they behaved like Lassie, I'm sure the owners would keep them. And it just comes down to teaching them how they can express their basic doggy nature in the domestic setting so that it doesn't upset us. So the dog's happy being a dog, and we're happy living with an educated dog. Let's call NASA again. Now run to NASA, get food on the nose, quickly. Chase him down! Keep going! Bye-bye. Get the food on the nose, quickly. Good, now give her the food, quickly, give her the food. Tell her go play. All right, let's come back here, let's regroup round here. Let's call Tag. Tag's little Jack Russell. Call Tag. Keep calling, good, keep calling. Good dog, big hug and go play. Quickly, go play, it's excellent, very nice. Let's call little Sheltie. Squat down, that's it, good. Really gently. Good dog. Squat down. That's it. Squat down. Good dog. That's right. And go play, because we're a little shy. Let's call, who's the border collie here again? Taking a drink. Cool. That's right. Cool. Good. And go play. Very nice. Well, we should probably talk a little to Tess and to NASA here. Firstly, I don't want you to worry. What NASA's doing is really quite normal. We let the dog off leash, so it takes a powder. It scarpers. We don't see it again. It's to caution you about a number of things, that we don't have much control over this dog yet. It's too early to let it off leash in a place that doesn't have walls around it, like this garden. Don't, for God's sake, do that in the park, or else you may not see it again. What you've got to do to get NASA working like, say, Albie did or Tag did, is reduce the exercise to a smaller area and make it much easier. Somewhere like your living room. What you should do if you were smart is invite Tess over and do the exercise, just the two of you. Make it more manageable. And we're going to make it easier there that if you call NASA and NASA doesn't come, Tess's owner is just going to take hold of Tess and the play session's over. NASA ruined it. And it can't start again until this guy tags you and you say, good dog, NASA, go play, then you will let Tess go, okay? And then you want to do it with 3 dogs in your living room, and then with 3 dogs in his living room. You see, in lots of different places before we come back to a big area like this again. All righty, let's go down the line then, lifting up, getting your dogs to sit, giving them treats, keeping them in position. Lots and lots of praise. Good dog, that's right. Loosen up on the leash. Get her standing, do it again, and sit. Move your hand backwards, and lots of praise. Praise this dog. May not come when you call it, but it sits when you tell it to. Okay? In classes, if at any time the owners aren't having a good time, the dogs aren't having a good time, or I'm not having a good time, there's something badly wrong, and we can just stop and go home. And for me, it's very important. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. There's a good girl. You lie down. Okay, if dogs don't lie down, we can try another way. This is a really good method when you've got a wriggly dog. And you just make a little, make a little tunnel here. Then you say down, down, down. Good dog, and praise it when it's down. Oh, what a sweetie. Go on then, go play. Go on. Very good. I looked at dog training through the eyes of a 4-year-old child and said, why do it that way? You know, why wait until they're 6 months old? Why jerk them on the leash? That if we could just explain to them, if you would come to me when called, I'll let you run as much as you like, and I'll cook you a sheep when we get home. The dog would say, all right. You know, it's just a matter of understanding education.
I thought it was most interesting and amusing. I felt she's going to be very difficult to get through to, but I thought it was jolly good, and I'm going to certainly go home and practice in the garden and in the kitchen in smaller spaces do it because she is rather the kind when you go out in the garden and call Liberty says, right, Mother, I'll come in a few minutes, you know. She dashes off round the corner. When I'm ready, she says, you know. But I must try and cope with her, I realise. Because in one's declining years, one can't run as fast to catch them.
I like the idea of just using voice and biscuits and treats, because I think children have treats, why shouldn't dogs? Rather than all the handling, which I've seen so much of in the past. I was very impressed. It's all psychology, really, just getting to know and like your dog and getting him to know and like you.
And that does seem to be the key to success with the Sirius training method. That, and a teacher with a sense of fun and a genuine enthusiasm for dogs.
Well, they keep me honest, they keep me fit, they're a lot of fun. I've just bought a new house and we don't have a television in it, we have the dogs instead. We let them come in and just laugh at them playing, they're very funny. And we go out probably 3 times a day with them, you know, running and stuff. It's a lot of fun. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it because I'm the laziest dog owner on earth.
And the It's a Dog's Life competition entry form and free fact pack produced by TVS in association with Winalot Prime are available by writing to It's a Dog's Life, P.O. Box 123, Southampton SO9 7HH, or by telephoning 0898 14 11 82. That address and number again, It's a Dog's Life, P.O. Box 123, Southampton SO9 7HH, and the telephone number 0898 14 11 82.